Giants game. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube for exclusive content, player moments, and all the fun stuff that never makes the scoreboard. Visit McMurrayGiants.ca for team updates, and when the Giants hit the road, don't worry, you can still catch every pitch on FloCollege.com. We've got your baseball fix covered. baseball at Legacy Dodge Field at Showplace. Welcome to another Western Canadian Baseball League showdown featuring your hometown Fort McMurray Giants.
Pay attention for foul balls. If you or someone you know gets hit, please alert a member of the Great Plains security team. If luck tosses a ball your way, bring it to the Giants swag shop for a special treat from the team.
The Giants strive to create a positive family fun atmosphere. If someone's throwing shade or going on a colorful language spree, wave down a member of the Great Plains security team.
Smoking, vaping, or sparking up anything cannabis related is a no-go inside Legacy Dodge Field at Showplace. Keep it to the designated zones outside of the venue.
Get ready to rip the Giants like a champ. Slide into the swag shop on the main concourse for hats, jerseys, hoodies, and all the gear your fan heart desires. Suit up now and show your Giants pride.
Feeling lucky, Giants fans? 50-50 tickets are on sale now, and today's jackpot is growing with every pitch. One lucky winner will walk away with half the pot. Could it be you? Don't miss your chance to strike it rich at Legacy Dodge Field. Grab your tickets from sellers in the stands or at the 50-50 booth on the concourse. Now here's the away team's starting lineup.
Starting for the Lethbridge Bulls today, playing third base, hitting first, number 8, Stephen Andrichuk. Their right fielder hits second, and it's number 10, Lee Matazaki. Hitting the third spot is today's Brewski's beer batter, number 23, Carter Clarehout. If Carter Clarehout doesn't make it to first base, draft beer goes on sale 2 for $10 until the first pitch of the next Giants at bat. Your Brewski's beer batter in the 3 slot today. That's number 23, Carter Clarehout. Hitting cleanup is their designated hitter, number 26, Jack Kowalski. Shortstop, Rich Smith, 14, Will Turner. Well, number 5 will play second base and hit 6. That's Brennan McTavish. Their catcher in the 7th spot, 19, Adonis Burman. And in the 8th spot, number 1, their left fielder, Bernie Sakaris. And hitting 9th, center fielder, number 7, Jake Ryan. The starting pitcher for the visiting Lethbridge Bulls will be number 22, Brett Getz. Thank you for joining us for tonight's exciting matchup between the Giants and the Lethbridge Bulls. We're proud to welcome a very special group to the ballpark tonight, our friends from Syncrude for their employee summer event. To officially get things started, please join me in welcoming Hank Cargill, Syncrude's GM of Operations, of Engineering and Reliability.
Thanks everyone for the warm welcome. We're really thrilled to be here to be part of tonight's game. One that supports our community, gives so many employees a chance to come out and enjoy the most beautiful facilities we have here in Fort McMurray. I personally really enjoy seeing all the families out, all the kids playing. It really warms my heart. Supporting the community is a big part of who we are and what we value at Syncrude. And what better way to bring people together in this baseball game. Tonight, I'm really proud to be here celebrating and recognizing my colleagues here at Syncrude, while also celebrating and supporting the community. Fort McMurray Giants, Kidsport with Buffalo, and the Fort McMurray Minor Baseball Association. We're also inviting folks from the local not-for-profit organization. I'm glad to see them out as well. As part of the events today, I'm pleased to share that everyone will receive a Syncrude gift on their way home. All adults in attendance will receive a commemorative mug, and all kids will receive a Syncrude branded baseball. It's our way of saying thank you for being part of tonight's celebration and making Fort McMurray a great place to work and live. Thank you, everyone. We hope you enjoy the game. And now, since I have the mic, I want everybody to say, "Go Giants, go" on 3. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Have a great night.
Thank you, Angela. And thanks again to Sinclair for being here tonight. And now, friends, please turn your attention back to the field. Taking the pitching mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch. Our first one coming from our winner of the fastest pitch contest, Dominic. And pitching alongside him is Leo. On three, gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. And we're underway. Here are your umpires for today's game as assigned by the Western Canadian Baseball League. For more information, visit westerncanadianbaseballleague.ca. At home plate today, we've got the veteran Don Busquets. Down the first base line, Jeff Chipley. And in third, Mike Richards. It's at this time we invite the coaches out to the home plate for our pregame meeting. And now it's time for your Cloverdale Page starting lineup. Starting for your Giants tonight, playing left field, number 28, Elijah Oil. At second base, number 25, Miles Murphy. In third and playing shortstop, number 9, Darcy Berry. The Giants' designated hitter hits the cleanup spot. That's number 34, Matt Rose. Hitting fifth and playing first base, number 17, Carter Hurtke. Number 21, playing center field, hits 6. That's Elijah Cook. In his seventh spot, playing right field, number 26, Connor Rainey. In the eighth spot, playing third base, number 4, Zach Kavanaugh. Catching, joining the Giants just today, number 27, Kenny Scott. Our starting pitcher tonight, let's make some noise. He's from Bakersfield, California, number 40, Leo Taft. The Fort McMurray Giants acknowledge that this game is being played on Treaty 8 territory, the ancestral home of the Korean Dene, and the unceded territory of the Métis. As long as the sun shines, the rivers flow, and the grass grows, we will honor these lands. It's at this time that we ask that you rise if you are able and remove your caps as we join singer Max Roseworthy for the singing of our national anthem. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free, from far and wide. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Thank you, Max. Now, let's go, Giants! Pitching for your Giants.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's game 3 between the Fort McMurray Giants and the Lethbridge Bulls. Both teams have won one apiece on this gray, drizzly evening here at Legacy Dodge Field. I'm Matthew Decker, bringing you all the action this evening. And last night we saw one heck of a performance from the Giants defensively. They only used 2 pitchers, and they managed to hold the Bulls to 4 hits and a 5-0 win. Fort McMurray trying to replicate that performance and climb their way out of the basement of the West Division. The Lethbridge Bulls, well, they got a little bit of help from Medicine Hat last night, defeating Okotoks, so they maintain their half-a-game advantage over the Okotoks Dogs. This is a massive game for them as they try to find a little bit of separation atop the West. The lineup for the Bulls: Steven Andrechik, Liam Matsuzaki, Carter Clarehout, Jack Kaliski, Will Turner, Brendan McTavish, Adonis Burnell, Bernie Sakaras, as well as Jalen Ryan. And Fort McMurray will turn to Liam Taft for the start on the mound this evening. Plays with Allen Hancock Community College. Taft from Bakersfield, California. It'll be his 4th game of the year, the first one that he starts. 7 innings pitched so far this season. He's got 2 strikeouts to his name, but he also has a save under his belt. Last played on June the 10th. A little bit of a shaky first inning for him in that contest, but 3 excellent innings after that. And he'll start this game off against Steven Andrechik. Andrechik, who went 1 for 4 last night. That 1 hit was a double. And the first pitch of the game is struck by Andrechik, scooped on up, thrown, and Andrechik is out at first base. A great play by Zach Kavanaugh, and Carter Herkin able to keep his foot down. Just like that, it's an out for the Giants in the top of the first.
Number 10, Lee Matsuzaki.
Matsuzaki will step up to bat for the Bulls. 2 for 3 last night, and included a double. He has been solid against the Giants in this series. Takes a ball as a first pitch from Liam Taft, who's going to a new catcher tonight, making his Giants debut. It is Kenny Scott. Sleeve on his right arm. He gets ready as the ball bounces past him for ball number 2. Scott from Delta, BC, plays with the University of British Columbia Thunderbirds, a team who went 39-19 as well as 29-8 in the NAIA last season. 2-0 pitch fouled off by Matt Suzaki over top of the press box. That brings the count to 2-1. Matt Suzaki's had a couple of stolen bases in this series so far. Dangerous around the bags with speed to burn. Swung on and missed, however. That evens the count at 2-2. It was an 88-mile-per-hour fastball by Liam Taft. Settling into this game. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. A strikeout for Liam Taft. Second out of the inning. And Carter Clairhout will step up to the plate for the Lethbridge Bulls. He went 0 for 3 last night, was walked in one of his at-bats, 1 for 4 the night before. The Red Deer, Alberta product will try to get himself on base for Lethbridge. Ball outside from Liam Taft. Allen Hancock Community College, located in Santa Maria, California. The Bulldogs went 22-20 last year. Fly ball into the outfield. O'Label's got it, and it's 3 up, 3 down for the Giants to start this first inning. Still scoreless between these two teams.
And I'm looking up at the menu, and we've got a list of fan favorites. We've got taco in a bag, classic poutine, nachos, and a pizza slice. And I'm feeling pretty generous. So the first person with face paint to come and give me a high five is taking home nachos. I've got one here. I'm duking him out. Oh, and he just barely gets it. There's a high five. You're taking home some nachos. If any of y'all want anything from the canteen yourself, I know I do. Come and pick it up, and let's get loud for our Giants! Here's on sale. Batting for the Giants, number 28, Elijah Olival.
Getting the start for the Lethbridge Bulls this evening will be Brett Getz, the Medicine Hat, Alberta product, who plays at Eastern Arizona College. This will be his 3rd game of the year, his 2nd start. He's got 9.1 innings pitched under his belt, 9 strikeouts, 4 walks, 7 hits. Had a 5-inning outing on June the 7th against Sylvan Lake. That was a game the Bulls lost 10-9, but he only coughed up 2 hits in this game. Looking to keep pace with Liam Taft. First ball by Elijah O'Label, fouled over top of the press box. Saw a great outing on Thursday by Levi Abbott. The Giants were able to get to the starter last night, looking to replicate that again this evening. It's a ball thrown to Elijah O'Label. Count is now 1-1. Label 0 for 4 last night, was also struck out in the game. The Bulls have had the best of him. This one is fouled off by Label, and the count is now 1-2. It's been a dreary day here in Fort McMurray. Rain for the majority of it, but it let up right around 6 o'clock local time. Humid, a little muggy, even though the temperature is right around 17 degrees Celsius. The Label gets set for the 1-2 pitch. Did Getz get him? Yes, he did. That's a strikeout by Brett Getz. And a Label is sat down early in this contest. Miles Murphy is next up to bat for Fort McMurray. 0 for 4 as well last night, was also struck out. And this is a ball outside by Getz. Murphy trying to be the first man on base for either team, fouls this one into the sweets. Unfortunately catched a kid's bag of popcorn in his hands as it went flying all over the place in section 4. No worse for wear. He's at least intact, but he's going, oh man, I just paid $10 for that. There might be a little bit left in that bag of popcorn for the young fan. It is a tough break here at Legacy Dodge Field. Another one fouled off by Murphy, and this one slides into the Bulls' dugout. That brings the count to 2-2. Miles Murphy getting set for the 2-2 pitch. He smacks it. It floats out to right field. Underneath it, though, Matt Suzaki for the easy play. And that's 2 outs for Lethbridge. Giants will now turn to Darcy Berry. He's not being the designated hitter this game. He'll be playing shortstop. Got his bat going last night. He went 2 for 3. Was 1 for 2 in stealing bases, also was walked on the night. Going from leadoff to the third position, and he'll take a ball from Brett Getz. Getz with the windup outside, and that's ball number 2. Darcy Berry, who plays with Dakota State University, the Adelaide, Australia product, gets set for the 2-0 pitch. Popped it straight up. Clairhout's got a beat on it into foul territory. He's got to back up, and Clairhout will just make the play. 3 up, 3 down against the Giants in the first. We're still scoreless. Top of the second inning, still no score between Fort McMurray and Lethbridge here at Legacy Dodge Field. Jack Kaliski will start it off for the Bulls at the plate against Liam Taft from Bakersfield, California. Ground ball, but it goes foul. As Fort McMurray electing to go with 4 different changes to their lineup this evening. Third baseman Zach Kavanaugh is one of them. Matt Rhodes will be back in the lineup as the designated hitter after missing the last about 3 or 4. Elijah Cook out at center field, and then Kenny Scott making his Giants debut as the catcher. Grabs one, framed it just right, and that's going to be a strike for an 0-2 count. From our vantage point, it looked like it might have been a little bit low and maybe outside of the strike zone, but Scott able to pull the ball up enough to fool the umpire, Don Buskus. Liam Taft with the 0-2 pitch. That one is slapped into the outfield. Olable is hustling, and he'll make the grab. A couple of catches from Olable early on in this game.
14, Will Turner.
And now Will Turner will step up to the plate for Lethbridge. Went 1 for 4 last night. Usually wears the number 15. Instead is wearing number 14 this evening. Takes a strike from Liam Taft, who has found that zone early on in this game. Fort McMurray would love to see another performance from their pitchers tonight like what they saw last night. This one fouled off by Turner. They started off with Riley Burns. He went 4 innings before Winston Roberts took over for the Giants. He went the rest of the way. A standout performance by Roberts, who had a lot of help with the defense in behind him. That earned Roberts the Player of the Game award. This pitch from Taft, a little low for ball 1. Still up in the count is Liam Taft at 1-2. Lethbridge is a team that's built around offense, and they're going to look to try to get that back on track this evening. Swinging and missing is Turner for the strikeout. That will be the second one of the game for Liam Taft. And it will bring up Brennan McTavish to the plate for the Bulls. Lethbridge, 11 hits on Thursday in their 3-0 win. 4 last night in the loss. Coming into the series, they were top 4 in hits, home runs, and runs. It's McTavish, pinch hitter in the 9th inning last night. 0 for 1, was struck out. 2 for 4, however, on Thursday, including a double in that game. Trying to become the first base runner by either team. A 1-1 pitch from Liam Taft. Found the strike zone, and the count is now 1-2. And you can see the little bit of confidence building from Liam Taft. This one grounded to Miles Murphy, scoops it up, chucks it over, and it's another 3-up, 3-down inning for the Fort McMurray Giants. Still no score here at Legacy Dodge Field.
Jump on that jackpot frenzy today.
Alright, baseball fans, we're going to be doing a brother and sister battle game of Pop It. I've got Emmett and Naomi. First person to pop that balloon is taking home a gift card brought to you by The Alley. So we're going to count you into it. You ready, guys? 3, 2, 1. Do whatever you want. You did. Oh, you must have nails on. Let me see. You must have nails. There you go. That's why. Everyone give it up for Naomi. What an awesome job they both did. That's our first game of Pop It. Many more to come.
Leading off for the Giants in this second inning is Matt Rhodes. His return to the lineup after a 4-game absence. He's had a couple of games at that before his leave. Went 2 for 3 against Regina on June 8th, included a run. How about 5 for 6 against the Red Sox on June 7th? That included 3 runs, a home run, an RBI, a couple of doubles. Rhodes arguably could be the best batter on this Giants team. Let's see how quickly can he find his rhythm against Brett Getz, who went 3 up, 3 down in the first. Facing a 1-1 count. Ground ball right to the shortstop, scooped up and chucked. And Rhodes out at first base. That will usher out Carter Herkin. Herkin 0 for 3 last night, was struck out, also was walked in one of his at-bats. Still looking for first base runner of the evening. And this one fouled off by Herkin into the netting above the Bulls' dugout. We saw it at times last night by the Giants, where they were able to find that balance between being aggressive at the plate and being patient, waiting for the right pitch to come, and then jumping on a pitcher if they felt like he was faltering a little bit. Now, can they do that consistently? That's the big thing about tonight's game for Fort McMurray. Are they able to find a way to find the consistency and replicate previous performances? Herkin is showing his patience at the plate, and the count is now 2-1. And here's a blooper. It will bounce to the third baseman, Andreychik, and he kicks it forward. That one will ensure that Herkin makes it to first base. It is the first runner of the night by either team. However, it will not be credited as a hit. That will be an error against Steven Andreychik. And now Elijah Cook will step up to bat. Last played against Energy City on Wednesday, where he went 0 for 5 and was struck out 3 different times. Been a little cold with the bat, trying to find his confidence at the plate. So hoping to advance Carter Herkin into a scoring position. Brett Getz will continue to work Elijah Cook, a left-handed pitcher from Medicine Hat. A ball inside for a ball. Solid season with Eastern Arizona. 15 games played, 26 innings pitched. He had 36 strikeouts on the year. Also was credited with a save. Cook swings and misses. And that will make the count at 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Ground play. Andreychik grabs it, bobbles, throws. Did he get it in time? Yes, he did. It was a split second, but Andreychik happened to get over just in time despite the bobble. He was fighting to get the ball out of his glove. Clairhout with a little bit of a stretch at first base. Herkin will advance to second. Remains scoreless here at Legacy Dodge Field as Connor Rainey's up at the plate. Fouls off the first pitch. Rainey went 2 for 4 yesterday, was one of the runs. And a couple of crucial plays as well. A bunt in the second inning that loaded the bases with nobody out. It was really a turning point in that second inning for the Giants. Takes another strike here, and he falls behind 0-2 in the count. Rainey also had a couple of very good defensive plays in left field, including a full-out stretch in foul territory to make a play. This ball well over the head and easily advancing to third base is Carter Herkin on the wild pitch. Digging in will be Connor Rainey for the 1-2 pitch. Fouls this one off. He'll stay alive in the at-bats. Herkin would love to come home from third. And it actually sounds like they've changed their mind. It will be a hit for Carter Herkin instead of an error. 1-2 pitch fouled off once again by Connor Rainey. And the decision is that it would have taken extraordinary effort by Andrechik to make the play. That's why it's not an error. Discussions happen all the time up here in the press box, and that's a strikeout against Connor Rainey. It looked inside, but it does strand Carter Herkin at third base, and we remain scoreless here at Legacy Dodge Field.
Making sure the Giants can swing for the fences on game day. Huge shout out to Grand Slam sponsor Aluma Safeway, home run sponsor Jeff Bachelor, Finn, Cats and Cat Event Plan, Stony Valley Contracting, Home Hardware, Ashley Home Store, Moji's Pizza, and Drown Brewing.
Entering the third inning, we're still scoreless here at Legacy Dodge. Lethbridge Bulls. He went 1 for 2 on Thursday, had an RBI as well, found ways to get on base. And looking to crack Liam Taft. First ball that smacked Kavanaugh, though. Gloves it down at third. Hard arm throw in time. What a play by Zach Kavanaugh. First off, to snag it at third base, it looked like it was wired to the outfield, and then the arm to get it across to Carter Herkin gets a huge fist pump from his pitcher, Liam Taft. A terrific play by Zach Kavanaugh. And now Bernie Sakaris will step up for Lethbridge to face Liam Taft. First pitch into the zone for strike one. That was a big difference for the Giants last night. They were finding ways of making extraordinary defensive efforts, and they've done it a couple more times this evening. Second ball looked like it was right about at the same location as the first, but that one is called a ball. Count is 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. And Bernie Sakaris donning the number 1 jersey, swinging and missing for strike number 2. Sakaris from Hobbs, New Mexico. Plays his collegiate ball with Friends University in Kansas, where he sports a batting average of .412 and an on-base percentage of .512. So he knows how to get himself onto the bags. Swung on and missed. That's a strikeout for Liam Taft, his third of the game. And you can see the smile on the face from Liam Taft. He's enjoying himself right now as the Giants were doing the old toss it around with nobody on the bases, and it ended up in the outfield. Taft now back on the pitching mound. He'll go head-to-head against Jalen Ryan. Went 4 for 4 on Thursday, 0 for 3 last night, including being struck out. And it's a called strike to start off this at-bat for Liam Taft. Taft from Bakersfield, California, having a terrific outing so far for Fort McMurray. The 0-1 pitch down low, that will be a ball. The count is now 1-1. Ryan, another player who plays for Eastern Arizona University. 109 hits in 309 career at-bats. This one smacked, and he'll end up on first base as it comes out into the outfield. That will be a single for Jalen Ryan.
Number 8, Steven Andrechik.
Brings us to the top of the order. Steven Andrechik up to bat for Lethbridge. 0 for 1 his first at bat, where he grounded out to third baseman Zach Kavanaugh. Taft keeping an eye over his shoulder, seeing where Jalen Ryan stands. Bit of a decent leadoff by Ryan. First ball looked good, but Don Buscus says that was in ball territory. Count 1-0. Andrechik, who plays with Midland College in Western Texas. A freshman there. Another ball thrown by Liam Taft. The count is now 2-0. Key for the Giants is ensuring that things don't snowball on them defensively. No signs of that happening early on to Liam Taft, who's been playing with confidence early on in this game. The 2-0 pitch. Was that there? Yes, it was. That will be a strike, and the count is now 2-1. Matsuzaki standing in the batter's circle, waiting to see if he'll get a chance to swing at Taft once again in this game. 2 outs, 1 on for Lethbridge. The 2-1 pitch. This is smacked now into right field, and it's curving away from Rainey. This will be extra bases, a double for sure. Coming home is Ryan. Ryan will slide on in, and that will be a triple for Steven Andrechik. And an RBI to boot. Lethbridge takes first blood here at Legacy Dodge Field. That was one that just curled away from Connor Rainey and went all the way to the wall. And now Lee Matsuzaki will step up to bat for the Bulls, looking to extend their lead with Andrechik at third base. First pitch outside for a ball. You can tell on their feet. They're excited, looking to reestablish their dominance in this series against Fort McMurray. Another pitch outside, ball number 2. Liam Taft looking to settle himself down in this third inning. Matsuzaki struck out his first at-bat. The 2-0 pitch swung on and missed by Matsuzaki. The Ric Flair woo played over the speakers, fans catching on as well. And Liam Taft gets set for the 2-1 pitch. Likes the selection given to him by Scott. The windup. Off-speed pitch just outside, ball number 3. And Matt Suzaki looking to stay patient in this at-bat with Carter Clairhout in the on-deck circle. The 3-1 pitch. This one's popped up. It's floating into foul territory. A label coming across, and he makes the grab. That one would have been fair. It was close, and it will end the inning with Lethbridge leading 1-0.
Jerseys, hats, sweatbands, sweaters. Might need a sweater today. It's a little chilly. So we roll on, head on down. And hey, when you're leaving, you hang a left. Over there, we've got the bar on the main concourse with all kinds of drinks. Many that may just suit what you want to have. So why don't you go and check that out? And I've got one more request for all of you tonight. I need you to cheer loud and proud for our Fort McMurray Giants!
Just a message to our sacred guests. Please remember taxi chairs are available at the registration desk. Where you enter today, make sure you use them if you need them. For the Fort McMurray Giants, number 4, Zach Cavanaugh.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, Fort McMurray finds themselves trailing 1-0. Zach Kavanaugh will step up to the plate for the Giants. Last play June 11th against Energy City, where he went 1 for 5 and was struck out 2 different times. And the first pitch, did he come around? No, he didn't. The Bulls don't like it. It looked like he did from our vantage point. Oh, and there's a warning going to be given from Don Busquets to the Bulls dugout, apparently to one of their managers from our vantage point. That was close, and you can sympathize with Lethbridge. It looked like Kavanaugh went around, and now a bit of a wild pitch from Getz for ball number 2. Kavanaugh from Chilliwack, BC, playing with Wright University in Ohio. A team that went 38 for 19 in the Horizon Conference. And that pitch, to say it was inside would be a bit of an understatement. Both teams are feeling a little testy this evening, as Busquets then just did a stare down with the Giants dugout. And that will be ball number 4 against Zach Kavanaugh, who is walked to start off the bottom of the 3rd. Fort McMurray looking to take a little bit of advantage of a leadoff walk against Brett Getz. And the man making his Giants debut tonight, Kenny Scott, will step up to bat. Hits it straight up. It's in foul territory. Coming across is Matt Suzaki. Slid early, can't make the grab. That was one where Matt Suzaki probably could have taken an extra stride or two, which would have put him in position to make the catch, but he dove early, and instead it's just a very long strike from Kenny Scott. The University of British Columbia Thunderbird will try to get back into his count, looking for the bunt, but it bounces foul. Scott had 11 hits on 54 at-bats with UBC, has a .338 on base percentage. And his first career at-bat for the Giants. Swung on and missed. He'll strike out.
Coming up to bat for your Giants from the University of Fraser Valley, number 28.
Couple of hits, or at least got some contact on Brett Getz. But Getz will get his third strikeout of the night, and now we're to the back of the top of the order with Elijah Olable, who struck out and in his first at-bat. And that changeup floats into the strike zone. Olable, let's see, does he try to pop this one between the first and second baseman? Pickoff attempt, and getting back in time was Zach Kavanaugh. Gets keeping Kavanaugh honest. 0-1 pitch. Just inside, ball number 1. It's a 1-1 count. 1 out, 1 on. Bulls lead it 1-0 with 2 hits to the Giants 1. Here's the pitch from Getz. This one is smacked into the outfield. Jalen Ryan, does he have it? No, it's over his head. It's going to bounce and be extra bases. Kavanaugh, he's going to continue on, and he's going to score. An RBI double by Elijah Olable. Kavanaugh ignored the wait sign by his manager, Ray Brown, and went home, and it paid off, catching the Bulls unaware. That will tie this game up as Miles Murphy steps up to the plate. And he still has a runner in scoring position as well. Looked for sure that Kavanaugh was going to stop at third. Ray Brown had the hands up telling him to wait, but Kavanaugh decided to keep on going. You don't see that very often. Usually that gives you a little bit of a tongue lashing inside of the dugout afterwards. But it paid off, and we are now in a tie game. A 1-1 count against Miles Murphy with 1 out, 1 on. Here's the pitch. It's knocked foul by Murphy. Falls behind in the count at 1-2. And that's going to be huge for the confidence of Elijah Olable as well. He's been struggling at the plate against the Bulls in the first 2 games. And to finally break through with his first hit of this series, to have it as an RBI double. Let's see, what does that do for the confidence of not just Olable, but the Giants as well? Murphy now facing a 2-2 count. Swung on and missed. And that will be the 4th strikeout of the game by Brett Getz. Darcy Berry will step up to the plate. Still has a runner in scoring position, but now there's 2 outs. Australian popped out in the first. Ball was floating into foul territory, and Clairhout got across. He was chasing after a ball in foul territory, and he overran it, and it fell in behind him. First pitch swinging from Barry, and now he's in behind the count at 0-1. The Australian digging in. Fouls this one back. Now down 0-2 in the count. Barry has 5 RBIs already this season in 12 games played, looking to add to that total. Grounds it, though. It goes right to second baseman McTavish. He'll make the play! Barely. Barry thought that McTavish was a little too cute with the toss. He argues, but that will end the third. Giants have found a way to tie this game at 1-1.
So the Giants can flaunt their ball wizardry. Major kudos to Grand Slam sponsor, Alberta Safeway, Mackay Métis Group, Fort McMurray 468 First Nations Economic Development, Midlife, Alexander Tula, and MNP.
Getting set to start the 4th inning, and as we went to break, assistant coach Tanner Hess has just been tossed from the game. It appeared that Darcy Barry ran out the throw from Brendan McTavish. He was called out. And as Tanner walked by home plate umpire Don Buskus, Buskus tossed him. First pitch from Claire, how it goes to Murphy, makes the easy play. And that one is a lot more straightforward of a call for the umpires. Either way, that will be the second time this week that a coach for Fort McMurray has been thrown out of a game. Galiski will now step up to the plate for the Bulls. 0 for 1 so far this evening. Takes a fastball for a strike. That one reached 90 miles per hour. Well, there's some chirping from both dugouts. And the umpires early on are setting a standard. Another ball. That looked like it was in the zone, but it's called the ball. The count is now 1-1. Jack Kaliski trying to find his mojo early on in this season. The 1-1 pitch swung on and missed by Kaliski. That was an off-speed pitch. Game tied at 1 apiece. 1 out. This one smacked into the outfield. It will land in front of Elijah Cook. And Kaliski will get himself on base. As Will Turner will now step up to the plate. Talking about how Kaliski trying to find his mojo in this season, and that looked like Kaliski from last year. Firm contact, landed right in front of the center fielder. And Turner looking to advance his designated hitter. Fouls off the first pitch from Liam Taft. To think that these two teams will do battle once again tomorrow afternoon on Father's Day. The 0-1 pitch smacked right between the third baseman and the shortstop, and it's another base hit by the Bulls. They are getting ruckus down there. And Brendan McTavish, who was centered on a little bit of controversy in the bottom of the third, will step up to bat. Grounded out to Miles Murphy in the second. Liam Taft trying to dig in and work his way out of this inning. Here's the pitch. Found the outside of the plate for a strike. A bit of a side eye by Brendan McTavish, who thought it was outside of the zone. He'll reset and get ready for the next pitch from Taft. Found the edge of the plate once again. Once again, McTavish doesn't agree with the call. A strikeout from Taft would be massive at this point of the fourth. Swung on and missed by McTavish. That is the fourth strikeout of the game by Liam Taft. And he's almost worked himself out of this inning. There's still runners on first and second, but now with 2 outs, Adonis Burnell steps up to the plate for the Bulls. Grounded out to Kavanaugh in the third, but it was a terrific play by Kavanaugh to throw out Burnell. First pitch inside, but just found the zone. That is 4 straight strikes thrown by Liam Taft. Looking to keep the groove running. This one is smacked, knocked down by Barry. He keeps it in front of him, however. If he does not do that, it's into the outfield, and Kaliski is heading home. Despite it being a base hit for Burnell, that could be crucial. The play made by Darcy Berry to keep the ball in the infield. Bases are loaded. 2 outs. Bernie Sakaris will step up to the plate. Struck out the last inning. Already 5 hits from the Bulls. That's more than what they mustered all of last night. This pitch finds the outside of the zone. Don Buskus being very generous for the Giants in this 4th inning. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Taft. That one is low for a ball. Count is now 1-1. This is a massive at-bat for both these two teams. The Giants would love to maintain a tied game. The Bulls want to jump out into their second lead of the evening. Lethbridge trying to maintain first in the West. Fort McMurray trying to tonight catch Brooks and close in on Energy City. The 1-1 pitch. Did it find the strike zone? No, it didn't. That one is a ball, and the count is 2-1. All 12 teams are scheduled to play this evening in the WCBL. A 2-1 pitch coming from Taft. Fouled off by Sakaris. Elsewhere, Saskatoon leads Weyburn 7-2 in the top of the 7th. Medicine Hat trails Regina 2-1, bottom of the 3rd. Top of the 4th, Energy City a 1-0 lead on Okotoks. Moose Jaw leads Swift Current 6-4. Sylvan Lake up on Brooks 2-0 in the top of the 4th. And of course, this game in the 4th inning tied at 1 apiece. Lethbridge with the bases loaded. A 2-2 count. Swung on and missed. And that will end the inning for the Giants. They will strand 3 runners in a huge ovation from the dugouts. This game remains tied at 1-1.
It is time for a knee trembler. I've got Brighton, I've got Lydia. They're going to be going head-to-head, first person to pick up their baseball, put it between their knees, and drop it in the hula hoop wind. So we're going to count them off. You ready, guys? 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Lydia dropping baseballs already. Oh, back to the starting line they go. Brighton's got the strategy.
your Giants, Matt Rhodes.
Some key pitching from Liam Taft gets the Giants out of a jam in the top of the fourth. Now we head to the bottom of the inning with Matt Rhodes facing off with Brett Getz. And this will be a strike to Matt Rhodes from Getz, tied at 1-1 here at Legacy Dodge Field. A critical game for both these two teams. Second pitch low and away for ball one. A bunch of the Giants, they got sick after the road trip into Saskatchewan. They played in some cold and rainy weather, and they felt like the weather might have been part of the reason why a bunch of the players got sick, but they're on the mend. A 2-1 pitch to Matt Rhodes. He'll foul this one into the stands. One thing I absolutely loved about that last strikeout from Liam Taft is if you took a look at the Giants dugout, about half of them came out to celebrate with Taft and pump him up for that key strikeout. Another ball thrown to Matt Rhodes, and the count is now full. Even when talking with a few of the players after the game last night, they said it felt different, this win. There's a sudden air of confidence with the team, realizing what they're capable of. And it's going to be a leadoff walk to Matt Rhodes, putting him on first base. The question is, can the Giants take that confidence and turn it into momentum, especially when they're tackling the top team right now in the West Division? Carter Herkins up to bat, singled in the last inning. Rhodes, did he make it? No, he didn't. Caught stealing. It's also a strike against Carter Herkin. And now the bases are empty with one out. Matt Rhodes trying to be aggressive. But a great job by Bernal to throw him out. It wasn't even close, as Rose was just starting to slide when he was tagged on the play. The 0-2 pitch popped up. It is floating into foul territory. And that will keep Carter Herkin alive in this at-bat. Everyone resets. Brett Getz looking for his fourth strikeout of the evening. Did he go? No, he didn't. This will be ball number one. Carter Herkins found his way onto the bases a few times this week. Takes another ball, which was high and outside. That evens the count at 2-2. Trying to dig in is Carter Herkin. The 2-2 pitch. Did he go around? Yes, he did. And that will be strikeout number 4 of the night
Hitting for your Giants,
for Brett Getz.
University, number 21, Elijah Cook.
Elijah Cook will now step up to the plate for the Giants. Grounded out to third baseman Steven Andrechik. Cook, who hails from Chula Vista, California, born in San Diego. First pitch swinging, and this ball will curve foul. And one of the kids almost ended up with the catch. And it looks like the young man in the Oilers jersey still ended up with the baseball despite the race between about half a dozen of them out there. They love the grass berms here at Legacy Dodge Field. They sometimes do races up them for the in-between inning games. Meanwhile, Elijah Cook finds himself in behind the count, 0-2. Taking his time, resetting his gloves, trying to find a way to get himself on base. That one low for ball number 1. Elijah Cook, he's been solid defensively for the Giants. We've seen his speed displayed quite often. He's not happy with the gloves or the protector as he chucks it to the dugout. But his hitting, he's had a few issues with. 6 for 36 so far this season. And he'll strike out here to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Bulls. We're still tied at 1-1 after 4.
Now come on, you can cheer out loud for t-shirts. Let me hear you cheer louder. Let's make some noise. Come on,
Getting set to start the 5th inning here at Legacy Dodge Field. Fort McMurray, Lethbridge tied at 1-1. Jalen Ryan up to bat. Had a single in his first outing. Was also the run that made it home. He'll dig in against Liam Taft, whose 5th strikeout of the night. Got the Giants out of a bit of a jam. And first pitch swinging by Taft. Trying to track it down Murphy. Unable to do so. And that will be a leadoff single by Jalen Ryan out into right field. Ryan is feeling it in this game once again, and now it's the leadoff hitter, Steven Andrzejczyk, who's 1 for 2, a triple his last at-bat that scored the run. Looking to replicate that performance against Liam Taft. The pitch. Ball, did it get him? No, he didn't. The throw was just a bit outside from Scott to Herkin, unable to make the tag, but a great effort nonetheless. And Ryan remains safe at first. The 0-1 pitch from Taft. It's hit to Herkin. He makes the tag, looking for the double play, but he misses on the throw. And Jalen Ryan will come to third base. That one might be an error on the throw to Carter Herkin. He did make the tag at first, but it allowed Ryan to come around to third base. That was oh so close to being a terrific double play by Fort McMurray. Instead, they're looking to find a way to get themselves out of this inning. Ground ball right to Carter Herkin. He'll make the play for the out, and he also freezes Ryan at third base. So just like that, 2 outs against the Bulls. Ryan remains at third base. We're in a 1-1 tie as Carter Claerhout steps up to bat. This is the farthest that Liam Taft has gone in a game this season for Fort McMurray. Pitch fouled off by Claerhout.
Here's on sale. These fantastic businesses hit a home run, so the Giants can turn double plays on the field. A round of applause to Grand Slam sponsor Alberta Safeway. Home run sponsor Jeff Batchelor, along with Harvard Media, Infinity Métis Corp, Wilson Construction, Bumper to Bumper, and Waiver Rentals. Sinker guests, please remember taxi chairs are available at the registration desk where you enter today. If you need them, use them. Now coming to the plate from Dakota State University, number 26, Connor Rainey. Coming to the plate from Dakota State University, number 26, Connor Rainey.
It's the bottom of the 5th inning. Fort McMurray, Lethbridge tied at 1 apiece. This has been a terrific game if you love defense. The pitchers have been phenomenal as well. 6 strikeouts by Liam Taft, 5 by Brett Getz. The batters have had their work cut out for them. And Rainey looking to get himself on base. He was one of the men who struck out back in the second. He'll take a strike to start off the bottom of the 5th inning. There's no warming up by either one of these two teams. Swung on and missed by Connor Rainey. Maybe got a piece of it for a foul tip as well. And the count is now 0-2. Getz has been very efficient with his pitches in this game. I have a feeling it might be quite a bit lower, his pitch count, compared to Liam Taft. The 0-2 pitch in ball territory. That will be the 67th pitch thrown by Brett Getz. It's even, actually, from what I've just been told by our statisticians. 62 pitches so far by Liam Taft. 1-2 pitch in there for a strikeout. And that is strikeout number 6 of the night by Brett Getz. Zach Kavanaugh will step up to the plate. Was walked his first outing. Is the run that scored, making it all the way from first to home. Takes a ball from Getz.
Now hitting catcher 27, Kenny Scott. Celebrate Father's Day here at the ballpark. Join us for a day dedicated to Dad with fun games, prizes, and ballpark action the whole family's gonna love. Don't miss the Father's Day tailgate from 11 until 2. Great food, good vibes, and plenty of pre-game fun. Let's make it a Father's Day to remember.
Start of the 6th inning, Jack Kaliski's up to bat for Lethbridge, able to get 6 hits on the night so far to Fort McMurray's 2. This one is smacked to Darcy Berry. He'll make the throw in time. And quickly, Kaliski goes down to the Giants. Liam Taft continues to plug away. We'll have to do some research. This might be the longest a pitcher has gone in a game for the Giants this season. Will Turner's up to bat, sees a bouncing ball from Taft for ball 1. There is a little bit of activity down in the bullpen for the Giants. I do see a 4 on the jersey. Could be Wyatt Culbertson, perhaps. Next pitch, inside. Ball number 2. It does appear to be Wyatt Culbertson, number 24 for the Giants. Meanwhile, Liam Taft, the 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Will Turner, 1 for 2 so far tonight. Struck out his first at-bat. A single in the 4th. Was part of 3 Bulls on the bases before Taft got his 5th strikeout of the night to end the inning. This one inside, ball number 3. Turner looking to get on base via base hit or via walk. The 3-1 pitch from Liam Taft. Fouled off by Turner. The count is now full. Light warming up by Wyatt Culbertson in the bullpen for Fort McMurray. Taft has been excellent so far this evening with 6 strikeouts. This one popped up into foul territory, and the manager, the coach by Lethbridge, in the way of Carter Herkin. I'm not sure, however, if Herkin would have been able to make the grab even with the coach in the way. Instead, it keeps Wyatt Turner involved in this at-bat with the 3-2 count. The full count pitch from Liam Taft. 1 out, nobody on. Fouled off by Will Turner, and he stays alive. Full count. The 3-2 pitch. Fouled off once again by Turner. Trying to get a little more wear on the tread against Liam Taft. This is a great battle right now between Taft and the Bulls shortstop. Continue on for what I believe is going to be the 9th pitch. That one goes foul once again as that ball lands at Bob Campbell Field. And a kid in the green jacket didn't see the ball coming. It missed him by about a foot, and he still doesn't see where that ball came from or where it went. The 10th pitch in this at-bat. Blooped up. Murphy has a beat on it. He makes the catch. And that will be the 2nd out of the inning for Fort McMurray. Still nobody on for the Bulls. Brendan McTavish will step up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight. Struck out his last at-bat. Here's the pitch. That's fouled off by McTavish. Count is now 0 for 1. Brendan McTavish playing for his hometown Bulls team, a redshirt freshman from Midland College. Gets set for the 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike by Liam Taft. And that fastball reaching 88 miles per hour. He has not lost any velocity on his pitches here in the 6th. Looking for his 7th strikeout of the game. This one, though, belted. It's over the head of Kavanaugh. That will be a base hit by Brendan McTavish. And the Bulls have a runner on base, still with 2 outs. Adonis Burnell will now step up to the plate for the Bulls. Pennsylvania product, who's a junior at Wayland Baptist University in Texas. Excellent numbers as well, collegiately. A .458 batting average. First pitch into the dirt. Scott, though, keeps it in front of him and ensures that McTavish cannot advance on the play. Culbertson stops his warm-up routine in the bullpen for Fort McMurray, has the hoodie back on. Manager Ray Brown is content to keep Liam Taft going, but this one is belted into left field. Grabbed by O'Label, and it's another base hit by Lethbridge. They now have runners at 1st and 2nd. That might bring the activity back into the Giants bullpen. Indeed, the hoodie is off once again by Wyatt Culbertson, and he begins throwing with Nick Sauve. And we will have a mound meeting between Ray Brown, his catcher, Kenny Scott, Liam Taft. Taft trying to wave off Ray Brown, saying, I'm good, I don't need it. Eight hits by the Bulls in this game, but they've struggled to take advantage of them. They have stranded 3 runners in scoring position so far tonight, including having the bases loaded back in the 4th inning, where they got no runs out of that. And Liam Taft will now face Bernie Sakaris. Sakaris is 0 for 2 so far tonight, struck out both of his at-bats. First pitch from Taft. Outside for a ball. Velocity might still be there from Taft, but maybe a little bit of fatigue is starting to work into his game as he's beginning to lose the strike zone a little bit. The 1-0 pitch. Inside for a strike. That will even the count. Bulls dugout on their feet, urging on Sakaris, trying to restore their lead. Taft once again trying to get himself out of an inning. The 1-1 pitch. That one is smacked. Is it fair? Yes, it is. Or is it? No, it's foul. Oh, the Lethbridge manager was waving his runner around, and Taft convinced the umpires that it went foul. That is a bullet dodged by Fort McMurray, and we remain tied at 1-1. From our vantage point, I could not tell you if that was actually fair or foul. If it was down the first baseline, we would have a perfect view. Instead, it's a long strike. It's a 1-2 count with runners on 1st and 2nd. Taft from Bakersfield, California. The pitch. He gets it. It's a strikeout. And that will end the inning. We are tied at 1-1.
It's time for popcorn toss. I'm down here at the kids' corner. We've got a brother-sister battle between London and Harrison. 3 tries. Whoever gets it up and in their mouth is walking away with this bag of popcorn. So let's see our first try. Let's throw it up. All right, pretty close. Second try, throw it up. And then we go. London takes it. Awesome job, London. If you want a bag of popcorn for yourself, head down to the kids' corner and let's make some noise for our Giants!
Here's number 28, Elijah Oliol.
Bottom of the 6th inning, we are still tied at 1 apiece. Brett Ketz remains in the game for Lethbridge. A ball into the dirt against the leadoff hitter Elijah Olabel, who had a double his last at-bat, an RBI double to boot. And this one, he hits it into the outfield. It's a leadoff single by Elijah Olabel. And you can tell that he's finding his confidence with the bat once again. Miles Murphy will now step up to the plate. 0 for 2, struck out his last at-bat in the 3rd. It's just the 3rd hit of the game for Fort McMurray. And now a little bit of activity coming from the Bulls bullpen. Runner from Olabel, swinging and missing is Murphy. That throws in time, and that should be an out on Elijah Olabel. It's the 2nd time a runner has been caught stealing by Fort McMurray. And a swinging strike at that against Miles Murphy as well. It's the 2nd time in this game that the Giants' leadoff hitter got caught stealing. This one from Murphy, and he's out. As making the play was Will Turner. Darcy Berry will step up to the plate for Fort McMurray. The Giants, they've gone 3 up, 3 down their last 2 innings, trying to avoid that for a 3rd consecutive one. This one from Berry, right to Andrachik, and he'll make the play. It is 3 up, 3 down, a quick 6th inning for the Bulls, and we remain tied at 1-1.
Associates and SMS Equipment.
This is your last call for 50-50 tickets. You know where to get them. Sales end at the 7th inning. Good luck. Pitching for your Giants, 24, Wyatt Culbertson.
Top of the 7th inning, and the Giants are heading to the bullpen. Liam Taft's night is done. 6 innings pitched. He gave up 8 hits, but only the 1 run on 82 pitches. And now the Giants will turn to Wyatt Culbertson, a young man from Reno, Nevada, to continue on the charge for the Giants. This will be his 5th game of the season. Played in the 14-0 loss against Energy City on June the 10th. That was on Tuesday, and in 2 innings pitched, he gave up 3 hits. First man he'll take on is Jalen Ryan, who is 2 for 2, both singles on the night.
Number 7 for the Lethbridge Bulls, Jalen Ryan.
Conversations between Don Buskus and both dugouts. Looks like everything is good to continue on. Ryan digs in, looking to get on base once again against Culbertson. Swung on and missed by Ryan for a strike. Culbertson, who plays at Lassen Community College in California, throws a ball with his 2nd pitch. Has 15 games under his belt, 31.1 innings pitched, 34 strikeouts along the way. And a bunt throw down by Ryan. He's got speed, and he'll get there in time. It's a leadoff single by the Bulls. And that is the 3rd hit of the game by Jalen Ryan. Kalispell, Montana product Steven Andrzejczyk will step up to bat for Lethbridge. 1 for 3 so far tonight as we return to the top of the order for the Bulls. I have 9 hits, but only the 1 run to show for. Culbertson throws for it. It's a ball. Scott was also trying to catch Ryan cheating with his leadoff, but is unable to get the throw on target. Still no outs in the 7th inning. Andrzejczyk was going for another bunt to try to advance Ryan. Here's the pitch, shows the bunt, goes right to the pitcher Culbertson, and a bit of a low throw, but he still gets it in time to Herkin. It's a sacrifice bunt by Andrzejczyk. Advances the runner to 2nd. And Liam Matsuzaki will now step to the plate. He's 0 for 3 so far tonight. Wyatt Culbertson, the throw, swung on and missed. Next pitch from Culbertson, low for a ball. The count is now 1-1. Jalen Ryan hoping to get himself to 3rd base. Advanced via an error back in the 5th. This one is popped up into foul territory. Kavanagh comes across, but it's well out of his reach. Will be another strike, and the count is now 1-2. You also saw Darcy Berry with a little bit of coverage over the top of Kavanagh, and he goes sliding hard along the turf to stop his momentum. Keep in mind, Barry plays several sports, some Australian rules football, cricket, as well as soccer. Ryan faked the steal attempt here, swung on and missed by Matsuzaki, and that's a strikeout by Wyatt Culbertson. And it'll be his first of the night. And Carter Clarehout will step up to bat for Lethbridge. Struck out his last appearance and is 0 for 3 tonight. Culbertson looking to get Fort McMurray out of the top of the 7th in 1-1 tie. First pitch, smacked by Clarehout, straight up in the air. Murphy underneath it, and that will do it for the inning. We are still tied at 1-1 here at Legacy Dodge Field.
We're proud to share the news about their renewed partnership with the Regional Recreation Corporation of Wood Buffalo, keeping the action alive at Legacy Dodge Field for 5 more years.
Beers on sale.
All at Legacy Dodge Field, you know what time it is. It's middle 7, which means it's time for the YMCA DJ Don and play. Let's go.
Bottom of the 7th inning, Lethbridge and Fort McMurray tied at 1 apiece, and we have a pitching change for the Bulls. Brett Getz' night ends after 6 innings of work, 3 hits against him, 1 run on 80 pitches. And Lucas Hewen steps up to bat steps up to pitch for Lethbridge. It's his 4th appearance of the season, as a few technical issues here at Legacy Dodge Field. Last appearance was on June 11th against Sylvan Lake, 1 2/3 of an inning pitched. No hits against, 2 strikeouts. Looking to keep the momentum going for the pitchers by Lethbridge, and he'll start things off with a strike against Matt Rhodes. Hewen against Matt Rhodes. The second pitch outside for a ball, as the radar gun is broken right now here at Legacy Dodge Field. Hewen, who is from Vancouver, BC, another University of British Columbia Thunderbird, his hometown college. 13 games played with the Thunderbirds as a freshman, 12 strikeouts and 12 2/3 of an inning pitched. Another ball thrown, bringing the count to 3-1. Lucas Hewen against Matt Rhodes, who's 0 for 1, walked his last at-bat. That one is high for yet another walk against Matt Rhodes. And Carter Herkin will step up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 tonight.
Giants, number 17, Carter Herkin.
Struck out his last at-bat. Some instructions from manager Ray Brown. It's the the 4th time in this game that the Giants have gotten the leadoff man onto the bases, but they haven't been able to do anything with them just yet, other than in the 3rd inning. The last 2 leadoff runners who got on base were both caught stealing, including Matt Rhodes. It'll be a bunt by Herkin right to the pitcher, Hewen. So that will be a sacrifice bunt by Herkin. It also advances Rhodes to second base. Elijah Cook will now step up to the plate. 0 for 2 so far tonight. Here's the pitch. And it's low for a ball. Runner in scoring position for the Giants. 1 out. Elijah Cook facing a 1-0 count. Hewen with the windup. Swung on and missed by Elijah Cook. That will even up the count at 1 apiece. Cook struck out his last at bat. 3 strikeouts in his previous appearance. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Did that find the zone? No, it didn't, despite the pleas from the Bulls dugout. And the count is now 2-1. Potentially a little bit of rain falling here at Legacy Dodge Field. It looks damp down below. It's been a rainy day in Fort McMurray today. Swung on and missed by Elijah Cook. That brings the count to 2-2. And this has been a defensive masterclass from both these two teams. Both of our runs came back in the 3rd inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Elijah Cook. In there for a strikeout. And that will be the 2nd out of the inning for the Bulls. Connor Rainey will step up to the plate. If there's one plus side for Fort McMurray, at least this inning they won't go 3 up, 3 down like they did the previous 3. Rainey, though, trying to find a way to bring Matt Rhodes home. 0 for 2, struck out both of his at-bats, takes a strike from Hewen. Pflugerville, Texas product, digging in for Fort McMurray. 0-1 pitch from Vancouver's Hewen. In there for another strike. Rainey falls down 0-2 in the count. Can Hewen get himself out of this 7th inning, stranding Matt Rhodes at second base? The 0-2 pitch. That's dribbled forward. Rainey trying to run it out. And Clairhout manages to make the scoop and hold on. A great defensive play by Carter Clairhout. That will end the 7th inning. We remain tied at 1-1.
Grand Slam sponsor Oliver Safeway. Home run sponsor Jeff Batchelor. Along with Harvard Media. Fort McMurray 468 First Nations Economic Development. True North Automotive. Construction and General Workers Union Local 92. And Alex Diesel Calibrations.
We're headed to the 8th inning in this defensive masterclass here at Legacy Dodge Field. Lethbridge and Fort McMurray tied at 1 apiece. Wyatt Culbertson will face Jack Kaliski to start off this inning. Kaliski 1 for 3 so far tonight, grounded out to Darcy Berry in the 6th. And he'll take a strike to start off this 8th inning. The pitchers have been terrific. Fort McMurray's received a lot of defensive help for their pitchers as well. They might have given up 9 hits so far in this game, but they have found ways to strand runners. And Culbertson now with a 1-1 count against Kaliski. Here's the pitch. Low and outside for ball number 2. There is a little bit of activity from both bullpens. And notice that Corbin Talley is the man warming up for the Bulls. Trying to catch a number for the one in Fort McMurray's bullpen. It looks like it might be Rambajan based off of his height. And another strike against Jack Kaliski brings the count to 2-2. Swung on and missed by Kaliski. It's the second strikeout of the game by Wyatt Culbertson. Hoping that sets the tone to this 8th inning. And now will be Culbertson versus Will Turner. Turner's gone 1 for 3. This one inside for a strike. Smack to Darcy Berry. He makes the scoop. He'll make the throw in time. And that will be another out for Fort McMurray. Trying to make short work of the Bulls in this 8th inning. Following it up will be Brendan McTavish. He got a single in his last at-bat, 1 for 3 tonight. And confirmation, it is Sam Rambajam who is warming up in the bullpen for the Giants. First pitch to McTavish is a strike. Right now, do you pull Culbertson the way he's throwing? He looked good in the 7th. Looks terrific here in the 8th. Next pitch catches the corner for another strike. McTavish, a word towards his dugout and a frustrated look. That's 2 times he let off of pitches he thought were balls, and Don Busquets says otherwise. The 0-2 pitch swung on, smacked to the outfield, but this will float foul. McTavish stays alive in this at-bat. The redshirt freshman with Midland College has a .255 batting average. Smacks another one. It's high. It's going to Elijah Olabel, who's got it. And it's 3 up at 1 apiece.
All right, Legacy Dodge Field, 1-8. You know what that means. It's time for a Legacy Dodge Dash. And I'm looking over on the golf court right now. It looks like we've got Stomper, mini hot dog, ketchup, and mustard taking it on. And I've got Maya here with me. Maya's our referee for tonight. Maya, who do you think's winning? Mini hot dog, ketchup, or mustard?
I want mini hot dog.
You want mini hot dog? I've been rooting for mustard based on how well that mustard's been doing the past little bit. These guys are ready. We're going to count them off. 3, 2, 1. Run. Mustard's taking the lead so far. Ketchup's following close behind him. Looks like it might be a photo finish. Ketchup's ketchup. Mustard's taking the lead. Mustard takes it. Another point on the board for Mustard. We're looking at 4 for Mustard, 1 hot dog, and 0 for Ketchup and mini hot dog. Awesome job. Let's give all our contestants a round of applause. And let's cheer loud and proud for our Fort McMurray Giants!
Now pitching for the visiting Lethbridge Bulls, number 31, Corbin Talley.
Bottom of the 8th inning, and another pitcher's up for the Lethbridge Bulls. This time it's Corbin Talley from Jones, Oklahoma, a redshirt sophomore at Northwestern State in Louisiana. Spent 2 seasons at Butler Community College before making the transfer to Northwestern State. Also majored in psychology.
Now coming to the plate, number 4, Zach Kavanaugh.
This will be Talley's 4th game of the season. He had 2 innings of work against Sylvan Lake on June 11th, where he gave up 3 hits and also 2 strikeouts. He'll go head-to-head against Zach Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh swings and misses at the first pitch he sees from Talley. Kavanaugh 0 for 1 tonight, was walked in his first at-bat. He is the lone run of the game for the Giants, who are trying to get the offense going. Next pitch outside for a ball. A 1-1 pitch, grounded, and it just bounces foul. Carter Clarehout did have it cut off and probably would have made the play, so at the very least it keeps the Chilliwack BC product in Kavanaugh alive in his at-bat. The Giants have found a way to get 4 of their leadoff hitters on base in this game. They've only converted once on those opportunities. A ball into the dirt, and the count is now 2 for 2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Outside for another ball. The count is full between Zach Kavanaugh and Corbin Talley. Talley has given up 7 hits in 6 innings so far in this game. Swung on and missed, and he'll strike out Zach Kavanaugh. Kenny Scott, the catcher, will now step up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 so far tonight. And the Giants are trying to get the offense rolling. Find themselves tied at 1-1 in this game against the first place Lethbridge Bulls in the West Division. It's a key game for both these 2 teams. Fort McMurray wants to climb the standings. Lethbridge wants to maintain and distance their lead at the top of the table. First pitch inside for a ball. Elsewhere, Swift Current, a 7-6 lead on Moose Jaw in the bottom of the 5th. Sylvan Lakes hammering Brooks 7-0. Energy City up 1-0 on Okotoks. That game is now in a delay due to rain. Another rain delay, Saskatoon leading Weyburn 11-5, and there's been some massive storms that have tore through central Saskatchewan today, including a couple of tornadoes in the Battlefords area. A hit, it hits the pitcher's mound. The throw in time. Great job by Will Turner to track the ball off the mound, and he gets it to Clarehout in time. That is out number 2. And Elijah Olabel, who's 2 for 3 so far tonight, will step up to bat. The other game in the WCBL, Regina Red Sox, a 10-1 lead on the Medicine Hat Mavericks in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch to Olabel, low for a ball. The Giants are trying to get a runner on base. Tally found something wrong with that ball, and so a quick pause to switch it out. Perhaps a little bit of a scuff on it. Elijah O'Label, a single his last at bat. Another ball up high, 2-0 count. Elijah O'Label trying to get on base. Takes a third ball. Count is now 3-0. Tally with the pitch, inside for a strike. Looking for his second strikeout of the inning to go 3 up, 3 down against Fort McMurray and keep this tied at 1 heading into the 9th. The 3-1 pitch, smacked by O'Label. It's floating down the left field line, but it's caught on the play by Sakaris, and that will do it for the 8th inning. We are tied at 1-1.
It's time to break down to 50-50 tickets for tonight. You're winning out $707.50. And now you're winning 50-50 number 166-56418. That number again, 166-56418. You just won $707.50. Make your way to the 50-50 table now. Now pitching number 29, Sam Hamilton.
There'll be a new pitcher for the Fort McMurray Giants in the top of the 9th of this 1-1 game. Sam Rambajan will step in for Fort McMurray. This will be his 4th game of the season. 5 innings pitched so far on the year with 4 strikeouts and 6 hits against. He played June 11th against Energy City, got through 1 inning of work, but he gave up 4 hits in that game, looking to bounce back and continue to give his team a chance. Adonis Burnell stepping up to the plate for the Bulls. He's 2 for 3 this evening. Both of his hits were singles. It's been a terrific game of defense from both these two teams. Rambajan will step off and reset against Bernal. Rambajan from Milton, Ontario. Winds up. And this one is smacked by Bernal. It's floating down the left field line. Olable comes across, makes the catch in foul territory. That is the first out for Sam Rambajan, and he will now go head-to-head against Bernie Sakaris. Rambajan at Concordia University in Nebraska, sophomore with the Bulldogs, who went 41-13 in NAIA action this last season. Throws one inside for a strike. Sakaris was showing bunt, saying, let me see if I can outrun this. He's 0 for 3 tonight, struck out in each of his at-bats. Here's the 0-1 pitch, smacked into the outfield. That will be a base hit for Bernie Sakaris.
7, Jalen Ryan.
And is that the spark of the game for Lethbridge, who are credited with their 10th hit of the night? Jalen Ryan's up to the plate. He's 3 for 3 tonight. All of his hits have been singles. And a dangerous runner out there as well in Bernie Sakaris. Rambajan will have to be careful. Going up against Ryan. Fastball swung on and missed. And that was a fastball that reached 89 miles per hour. A golden ticket for the Giants would be a double play, but I'm sure they'd be just as happy with a Rambajan strikeout as well. They're giving themselves a chance against the #1 team in the West Division in Lethbridge. This pitch, it's blooping into the outfield. Murphy comes across and makes the catch. And that will be the second out for Fort McMurray. It was shallow, but Murphy beelined it. And now we head to the top of the order where Steven Andrzejczyk will head up to bat. A triple already in this game. Sacrifice bunt, his last at bat. 2 outs, runner on first. We are tied at 1-1. Pitch from Rambajan is high and outside for a ball. Giants do have somebody down in the bullpen just in case. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Rambajan. Into the dirt, ball number 2. The other 2 appearances for Rambajan, one against Weyburn, where he was credited with the win on June 5th. 2 innings of work there, no hits against. And then June 1st against Sylvan Lake, 2 innings of work, 2 hits against. This pitch in there for a strike, and the count is now 2-1. Sakaris at first. This one's hit and a great catch made by Kavanagh. That was a frozen rope and he came down with it. And that will end the top of the 9th. We are tied at 1-1.
Giants fans, we need you now more than ever. Get those rally caps on. We're going into it.
Heading to the bottom of the 9th inning in a 1-1 tie. The Giants just need one run to bring home a victory at Legacy Dodge Field. Miles Murphy will step up to the plate. 0 for 3 so far tonight. He will take on Corbin Talley, who remains in the game for the Bulls. The Giants do have Ash Amerland warming up in the bullpen in case we go to extras. First pitch from Talley, smacked by Murphy into the glove of McTavish. And that will be a first pitch out against the Giants to start the bottom of the 9th. Darcy Berry steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 3 so far tonight. How aggressive is Berry going to be at this at-bat? He was 2 for 3 last night, but still looking to get on base this evening. Takes a ball to start off this head-to-head showdown with Talley. And a swinging strike against Berry evens the count at 1-1. These two teams will finish up their 4-game series tomorrow afternoon. Father's Day, 2 o'clock start. Who will have the advantage? Will it be the Giants or will it be the Bulls? It's another ball against Darcy Berry, bringing the count to 2-1. Everybody on pins and needles inside of Legacy Dodge Field. Here's a 2-1 pitch. That's inside for a strike. It was near the knees. And the veteran Don Busquets says it was in the zone, but not by much. Berry now facing a 2-2 count. This one into the dirt, an easy ball call for home plate umpire Don Busquets. The count is now full. Berry trying to give the Giants a runner on the bases. 1 out. The 3-2 pitch. Smacked by Berry, and it's fair! He'll get 1, possibly 2. It's scooped up by Sakaris, and Darcy Berry in scoring position for Fort. Is what the doctor ordered as Matt Rhodes will step up to the plate. His first game back from illness, arguably the most dangerous hitter for the Giants. 0 for 1, but he was walked his last 2 at-bats. Can he be the hero here at Legacy Dodge Field? It's only the 4th hit of the game by the Giants, but an opportunity to win with a runner in scoring position. Corbin Talley against Matt Rose. The fans can feel it. That one inside for a strike. As Matt Rose getting a little bit of a feel for what he can expect from Corbin Talley. The Monument, Colorado product, a sophomore at Concordia University. 0-1 pitch. In the dirt. Matt Rhodes made it onto the 2025 All-GPAC team. Was the freshman of the year in his conference in 2024. Looking to bring his magic to Legacy Dodge Field. This one's in there for a strike. Rhodes thought it was inside, and now he's in behind on the count, 1-2. Can Rhodes shake it off and come back strong against Corbin Talley? He digs in. The Monument, Colorado product with Barry at second base. 1 out. That ball is low and away. And it's ball number 2. The count is 2-2. Fans with their thunder sticks making some noise. Tension builds here at Legacy Dodge Field. The 2-2 pitch. Hit by Rhodes right to the second baseman. He'll be out, but it does advance Darcy Berry to third base. And Carter Herkin comes up to bat with an opportunity to be the hero for the Giants. The dugout grabbed their caps and are putting on the rally hats. Herkin, 2 for 3 so far tonight. Barry ready to run for home at third base. The pitch from Talley. In there for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Herkin swings on and misses. A fastball that reached 87 miles per hour. Giants trying to prevent extra innings here at Legacy Dodge Field and come away with 2 wins against the Bulls in as many nights. The 0-2 pitch. Was that in there? No, it was just a little high. And that brings the count to 1-2. That can't be easy for a batter. Down in the count 0-2, something close to the zone, and still finding the guts to hold up the bat and get a ball. Swung on and struck out. Corbin Talley gets the Bulls out of the 9th inning, and we are headed to extra innings here at Legacy Dodge Field.
Now pitching for your Giants, number 33, Ash Ammerland.
This game is heading back to extra innings, and the Giants are going to bring out Ash Ammerland to pitch. 4 innings of work against Energy City back on Wednesday, where he gave up 2 hits, had 8 strikeouts. There will be a runner on second base. That will be Steven Andrechik for the Bulls. And Lee Matsuzaki will be the leadoff hitter for Lethbridge. He is 0 for 4 so far tonight with 2 strikeouts, going against Amerland from Aruba, who has a cannon of an arm. I fully expect, though, Matt Suzuki to put down a bunt. He's got the speed to run it out as well. Amerland will reset in this high-pressure situation here at Legacy Dodge Field. A massive win on the line for both these two teams. First pitch, low for a ball, and there is no offering of a bunt either from Matt Suzaki. Andrechik very conservative with his leadoff at second base. The 1-0 pitch in there for a strike. And that one reaching 90 miles per hour from Ash Amerland. He's gone at least 3 innings in each of the games he's played so far this year, hoping not to reach that number once again. 1-1 pitch swung on and missed. Matt Suzaki was expecting the fastball, and that one died at 80 miles per hour and eluded him. Ash Amerland with an opportunity to strike out Matt Suzaki to start off this 10th inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. No. He did not hit it. It is a KS, but Matt Suzaki reached his first base. Andrechik advances to third after that pitch. And now Lethbridge with runners on the corners with no outs. And what has been a very clean game by Fort McMurray pitchers. That's probably the first mistake we've seen. This one inside for a ball. And the Bulls potentially having Fort McMurray right where they want them. Amerland looking to get himself out of a bit of a jam. The 1-0 pitch to Clairhout. Outside for another ball. Count is now 2-0. Infielders playing close from Fort McMurray. Amerland with runners on the corners. A 2-0 count, nobody out. The pitch in there for a strike. Clairhout has gone 0 for 4 tonight. Trying to break that streak. The South Arkansas University player from Red Deer, Alberta, facing a 2-1 pitch. That one's into the dirt for ball number 3. Lots of curveballs and change-ups from Ash Amerland. We haven't seen the signature fastball very many times. Amerland in behind in the count, 3-1. Runners on first and third. Extra innings here at Legacy Dodge Field. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, and that will bring us to a full count. A strikeout would be massive for the Giants. They give them an out of this inning. Clairhout against Amerland. Broken bat, Amerland grabs it, tosses it to first. That will be an out, although Andrzejczyk does score.
Designated hitter number 26, Jack Kowalski.
And the Bulls with the 2-1 lead here in the 10th as Jack Kaliski comes up to bat. Matsuzaki advances to second. He's the lone runner, but in a scoring position for the Bulls, who now lead it 2-1. Amerland against Jack Kaliski. Kaliski struck out his last at bat. He's 1 for 4 so far tonight. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. That one reaching 91 miles per hour. Fans starting the Let's Go Giants chant. Swinging and missing was Kaliski. That evens out the count at 1-1. Some people might wonder, why didn't Amerland go to home in the last throw? It would have been very difficult, and it's not a force out, which means that catcher Kenny Scott would have had to make an unbelievable play. Rather do the safe move, get the out. Amerland, another pitch, swung on and missed. That was the changeup. And Kaliski is now down 1-2 in the count. Fastball low for ball number 2. Count is now even. Matsuzaki at second base, 1 out. Bulls leading this game 2-1. The 2-2 pitch from Amerland. Hit by Kaliski, but foul. Almost picked off his coach at third, who does a little bit of a moonwalk after dodging that hit. Bit of it was matrix, bit of it was luck. Everyone's okay, and the count remains 2-2. Change up high, and the count is now full between Kaliski and Amerland. Amerland trying to find a way to down Jack Kaliski for the second out of the 10th. And what's been a defensive masterclass between these two teams. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed by Kaliski. That was massive by Ash Amerland. And now Will Turner will step up to the plate. Giants looking to get out of the 10th, down by 1. Matt Suzuki still at second base. Amerland against Will Turner, who is 1 for 4 tonight. Swings out of a fastball and misses. That's strike number 1. We're starting to see a few more of those signature fastballs from Amerland. One of the best arms in the WCBL. Runner on second, 2 outs. Swung on and missed once again by Turner. That one reaching 91 miles per hour. And after 2 heaters, both being swung on and missed by Turner. Half expect to see Amerland go with the changeup, maybe down and away to try to catch him fishing. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Turner manages to check his swing. It was in ball territory. And Matt Suzaki stole third base as well, uncontested. Count is 1-2, 2 outs, runner at third. Amerland trying to end the top of the 10th for Fort McMurray. It's smacked. Murphy has it, turns, throws, and he misses! Matt Suzaki will score on the error. And Lethbridge takes a 3-1 lead.
Number 5, Brendan McTavish.
The Giants have played a near perfect game defensively. And Murphy was going the opposite direction of first. It was not going to be an easy turn to make the play, but his throw was low and away from Herkin. And the Bulls now with 2 on the board in this 10th to take a 3-1 lead. Brendan McTavish is now up at the plate. He's 1 for 4 tonight. And he takes another strike, showing his frustration with umpire Don Busquets with a bit of an aggressive kick in the box. Amerland with the 0-2 count. That one was fouled back, and McTavish stays alive. Turner will be aggressive in terms of at least running towards second base. Giants will focus on the batter and try to get McTavish out. The 0-2 pitch inside, that will be a ball. And the count is now 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Over top of the head of the catcher, Scott. It's a wild pitch, and Turner will advance to second.
Check your 50-50 tickets one last time. It's still in play.
McTavish stays alive in the at-bat.
1-8-1-6-6-5-6.
Amerland
4-1-8.
has not been the cleanest of outings for the man from Aruba in this high-pressure 10th inning situation. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled off by McTavish. He keeps himself alive. Fighting against Ash Amerland. Turner's the runner at second. McTavish the batter. The 2-2 pitch coming up. And that's low for ball 3. The count is now full. One on base, 2 outs. The full count pitch. Low for ball 4, and Amerland walks McTavish. This 10th inning will continue on with runners on first and second. Manager Ray Brown will come on out to try to calm down his pitcher. And Adonis Bernal will now get set. He's gone 2 for 4 so far tonight. Pair of singles. Flew out in foul territory to Elijah Olable. The Giants will now have to rely on their offense to pick themselves back up, although if Amerlang gets a strikeout here, that could also be huge for the team. Keep in mind, they're only down by 2. And in extra innings, when you start with a runner on second, anything is possible. Amerlang against Bernal. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. And swung on and missed by Bernal as that fastball reached 89 miles per hour. Amerlang trying to set the tone in this at-bat. That one's hit. It's floating. It's going foul. And that will just be a long strike against Adonis Bernal. Count is now 0-2. Extra innings, you can go back to 2 different plays, which has brought us to this 3-1 game. First was the strikeout swinging to Matt Suzaki that Scott had go out of the end of his glove. If that stays near Scott, Matt Suzaki does not make it to first base, and that's 1 out. And then the error by Miles Murphy, which would have ended the inning with the Giants only down by 1. Those are the 2 moments that could be the difference in this game. And swinging and missing is Adonis Bernal. That will end the 10th. The Giants will be looking to lean on their hitters as they trail this game 3-1.
Here comes number 19 from Niagara University, Camden Sanders.
Bottom of the 10th inning, and the Giants will turn to a pinch hitter in Camden Sanders. Carter Herkin will be the runner at second for Fort McMurray. And Sanders from Ontario, who's attending Niagara University, went 0 for 1 last night, was one of the runs that came home, was walked 3 different times. He's against Talley, and Talley will throw a strike to open up the bottom of the 10th. Giants fans with the rally caps on, hoping that their team can find a way to create a little bit of offense and fight back in this game, only down by 2. 0-1 pitch. Sanders launches it, but it's straight up in the air. Shortstop Turner's underneath it. He makes the play. And that will be an out to start off the inning for the Bulls. Connor Rainey will now step up to the plate, looking to get on base and to also advance Carter Herkin. Rainey 0 for 3 so far tonight. He struck out twice. Head to head against Talley. Managed to pull back. It will be a ball. Rainey does have a lot of speed. No surprise that he shows bunt. Although with 1 out, do you want to see him bunt here, or would you rather see him try to get himself on base instead? And he smacks this into the outfield. Herkin's being held up at third, and it's going to be a single for the Giants. They have runners on the corners. And that was probably exactly what you wanted to see if you're a fan of Fort McMurray. Now Zach Kavanaugh comes up to the plate. 0 for 2. Struck out his last 2 at-bats. Can he find a way to bring Herkin home to cut into this lead? Can he get himself on base to pressure the Bulls? He'll get set for his first pitch from Connor Talley. Floats in for a strike, and Kavanaugh falls in behind the count early. Tying runs on the bases. Kavanaugh represents the game-winning run. That one's into the dirt. And a good job by Adonis Bernal to keep the ball in front of them. If that slips through, Herkin has an opportunity to come home. Could also put Rainey into a scoring position. There is a lot of space between the first and second baseman right now. Does Kavanaugh try to pull it in that direction? There's the 1-1 pitch. Oh, he faked it, sliding in, and he's out. Rainey is caught stealing for the second out of the inning. He tried to read the pitcher's movements, but the left-hander in Talley stopped his advance. That was almost a balk, I believe, from Talley as well. But now it makes Kavanaugh the game-tying run. And with 2 outs, anything will do for Lethbridge. Did he check it? No, he didn't. And that's going to be a second strike against Zach Kavanaugh. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Herkin at third. The Giants down to their last out and their last strike. The pitch in there for a strikeout, and the Bulls will prevail in extra innings. They take this one 3-1 against the Fort McMurray Giants. These 2 teams, they will wrap up their 4-game set tomorrow afternoon. It's a 2:05 first pitch here at Legacy Dodge Field. Once again, final score here at Legacy Dodge Field. It's the Lethbridge Bulls 3,